Hi everyone, this is Elisa and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Startup Celebrity Show. Today we have the lovely Maryanne, and she is from New Zealand, right? And so who is Maryanne? What she said, finding my own spiritual truth has been a lifelong quest, really. So coming to know that we all have guardian angels who are ready willing and able to serve us as God's holy messengers of love has felt in many ways like coming home. Alrighty, Maryanne. So I've got so many questions. I mean, we all know what the same old thing about reading and healing, and we all understand that, we all get that. But what's unique is really our own story. So you said something about coming home. So what does coming home really mean to you?
Hi, Elise and everyone. I think really it's the unconditional loving regard that the angels have for us, each and every one of us, no matter what our story is, or indeed how we feel about our story and ourselves, of course. Mm-hmm. So that to me just felt so lovely when I learnt that.
So what was the experience for you? Did something happen and then you got activated and you felt like there were angels around, or you could see and feel angels since you were young?
No, I was brought up Catholic, so of course I had all that beautiful iconography around me. I just loved and the statues and the saints and the parables. So I was brought up with that. However, it wasn't really mirrored in my life. So it was kind of compartmentalized. And when I became a young adult, I drifted away from the church. So hearing Doreen Virtue and learning about her, and then pretty immediately being able to go on a course and learn about angels, that's just on 10 years ago now. So it's pretty recent, really.
That you got connected with the angels?
Yeah, because of course they were always there in my childhood, but not really as we weren't really taught about them, that I recall, as an entity that we can have a personal relationship with.
That's right. It's just like some fairy tale, like Cinderella.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought, like, you can actually have a conversation with the angels, and then they are like waiting for us to connect with them, and then we're going through life thinking, oh, they're just some entity or some fairy tale. So what was your first experience like with angels?
They probably have been there all along, but becoming conscious of that would have been at the Angel Intuitive Training in Coolum in Queensland. I went across to Australia for that. And it was such a magical weekend because I was surrounded by hundreds of other folk, all coming to wanting to learn about how to communicate with their angels. So it was a really highly charged atmosphere. And I just found with the lessons, Doreen was teaching us how to communicate, and then we would practice because it's all about practicing, and so we can share, and then just realizing that I could have a conversation with the angels and hear that. Just a little snippet. I missed my flight on the way back from Australia to Sydney. I was meeting my sister who lives there, and there was no way that I could tell her that I'd missed the flight. And I remember sitting in the aircraft and I was still quite clearly having conversations. It was really amazing. And I thought to myself, how am I going to tell her? And I just got straight away, she already knows. And I think, and when I confirmed that with my sister about the time and everything, because they had to go there and find that I wasn't there as expected. And I think the little message about that is it's like our intuition. The more we use it, it's like a muscle, isn't it? The more we use it, the more trustworthy it becomes. So I think being immersed in something like that for a weekend, it's just something that I was doing more consciously. And we all have this. This is, Doreen teaches us to share that, and that's certainly what I align with, is showing others that we've all got these, we've all got intuition. And
so what's the difference between the intuition and the angel speaking to us? Are they the same?
I think they are. That was running through my mind when I was talking to you. So maybe I felt your question. I think angels are God's holy thoughts of love, and they're his messengers. So, and God, creator, source, whatever term you're comfortable with, they're all aspects of the divine, as is our own higher self. And the higher self is tapped into our inner knowing, that inner voice, and that's intuition. So each and every one of us are spirits having a human experience. And that inner spark, that inner flame, intuition, I think it is all part aspects of the divine. I think so.
So what do you talk to your angels about? What questions do you ask them? What kind of guidance do you seek from them?
Well, I'm as an angel intuitive, I'm trained to use Doreen's cards. Anyone can use them, by the way.
So why don't you pick a card for us?
Got the goddess deck out. I got that out and I set it here. These are just like prompts, and they work by the law of attraction. So, and that's the law of resonance. So when one has a client, or like even right now, it's the lining up of energy, so that you can't make a mistake with them. So these are her goddess guidance cards, which is that glorious box there. Okay, so I will. Actually, there's one right there. This is Goddess Ishtar, and the title is Boundaries. There'll be a lot of earth angels in your group. Like, you will be an earth angel, Elise. And earth angels sometimes have difficulties with boundaries and saying, no, that doesn't suit me right now, or let me get back to you. It's a practice. Earth angels often give a little bit too much of ourselves, when really, firstly, we must look after ourselves, put on our own oxygen mask first, and then we have plenty to freely share and give with others. So Ishtar says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So I think that's really appropriate for spiritual entrepreneurs. Because it's almost an oxymoron, isn't it? Spiritual and in business. It's almost, but that's becoming so last century. I think part of my own, and thank you so much for this opportunity, is maybe other earth angels have this as well, that it's difficult for us to stand up and say, hello, I'm here, this is what I have to share.
So like visibility, right? They have. So why can you like explain to us earth angels in case somebody did not understand our terminology? Because I did the course with Doreen as well, because I used to be a healer, and the whole angel thing was something that I learned. But what if somebody doesn't know what earth angel means? What does that mean?
Well, anyone watching this that got a knowing when I read out that message will know. If they think, oh God, that's me, you're an earth angel.
Does that mean that
Oh,
they're incarnated as an angel, or what does it mean for them?
oh, right. Not necessarily is what I'm getting. They tend to be loving folks who everyone can tend to run to with their problems. And it's earth angels just need to be aware of making sure they really want to do something when they say yes, they mean yes, and to make sure that they've taken care of themselves first. Because giving out of obligation, and because we may have trained others to keep coming back to us because they think we can do it all for them. It's like becoming conscious of that, and then making those small changes, like introducing no into your vocabulary. And if that's really tricky at the start, just come up with, can I get back to you? And then and as you practice getting better at saying no, or maybe making it rescheduling or making it more convenient for yourself, others will also get the message that you're not so available. Because we teach others, don't we, how to treat us.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so earth angels are so needed because a lot of people are now waking up on the planet that there's more to life than what might have previously been sold to them. So earth angels are, they probably don't know they're an earth angel, but if anyone got a bit of a twinge when I read out that message and anything that I said around that, then they most likely are an earth angel, and they can tend to carry extra body weight.
Tell me more about extra body weight.
Because they're natural empaths, and the body, because it's so intelligent, will take on extra physical weight as a buffer to protect the gentle, very gentle inner soul.
You know, Maryanne, it's interesting that you said that, right? Like last year I was going through a horrible phase. I mean, like the human being would think it's horrible, but I think it's all part of the plan. You know what I mean? You know, the soul knows better. Then I put on so much weight, but I believe it's emotional weight. And so coming back to what you said, because I needed this buffer to protect myself. And now I'm trying to lose the weight. You know what I mean?
Well, at least you would have been going through something that you felt you felt a certain amount of vulnerability around, no doubt. And that's the body's way of protecting you. So how wonderful is your body? So just like have a conversation.
It's interesting, Maryanne. It's like you said, it's how interesting is the body. Now I'm like, I'm learning how to love my body the way it is now, because I have not put on so much weight in so many years since, I mean, this is like the biggest I've ever been naturally. I mean, if I've given birth, so you know what I mean, naturally you're at that place, but my youngest is already 4. I can't blame it on her now because I just had a baby, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, how the hell did I put on so much weight? Because everything it's the same, right? So it came to download it and said, you know, it's because of the time that I was going through this emotional crisis, sorta, and then, you know, yeah. So thank you for saying that the body's really intelligent, and I need to love my body more because it's actually protecting myself.
Oh yes, Doreen has mentioned this, and I've heard it from another teacher as well. There's so many great teachers on Hay House Radio. That's how I found out about Doreen Virtue. And have a conversation with your body in your quiet meditation time, which is so important for all of us to do each day, even if it's only just a few moments, especially for earth angels who tend to give. Make your own quiet time in the mornings before the day gets going. Make that your sacred time. And if you like, take some breaths and center yourself and just ask your body some questions. You can pre-write them down or just go with the flow and say, body, what is this weight telling me? and your body will let you know. You'll get a response.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you can actually say, I'm okay now, body.
Yeah, I tell my body that since I realized that it was carrying that weight, and I tell my body I'm okay now. But somehow I feel like there's this resistance of letting go as well. So yeah, we all have this lesson to let go. So interesting.
Oh, yes. My body doesn't tend to put on weight. I lose weight when I'm stressed. That tends to be my signal. But yes, we've all got the different little techniques that our body has, and definitely having a conversation and just saying, it's okay now, you can let that weight go. And and try to release your resistance to the resistance, I guess.
Resistance towards the resistance. Love it.
Yeah, because, I mean, we can all do that. We all get caught up in, I know at the moment I'm manifesting, I want to move. And whenever I think about it, I can feel myself getting a little sort of, and then I remind myself to say an affirmation, to turn that around and say, thank you, Lord, for showing me my new home. Even if it's something that I don't quite yet believe in. So even with the body or any, Wayne Dyer used to say, change the way you look at things, and the way you look at things and the things you look at will change. And I think a lot of that is around perspective, because we're so powerful as creators of our reality.
True.
So if we can change those thoughts in the moment and turn them into a positive affirmation, that all helps, because we've all been conditioned well before the age of 5, possibly, into belief systems that potentially don't serve us. So coming back to the angels, I just love Doreen's. I just love the fact that they loved me no matter what, even when perhaps I didn't love myself. And using cards as a way to communicate with them, and in my sessions with people, I always love to let them know that this is in your hands, it's up to you, and you can do this. And yeah, I guess that's how it's naturally.
So what kind of questions can you ask the angels?
Anything, absolutely anything.
So what kind of questions do you ask your angels then?
Well, certainly the fairies are great with material needs, because they're closest to the earth. And fairies have egos, so that's where they get the little reputation from. Fairies aren't unconditional in their regard. If you drop
a little bit like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, she's not unconditional. She's got some stuff going on. Yeah, whereas angels are like, I love you all. Yet if fairies see that you don't treat the environment right, they may be not quite so willing to help you. But they look after our home, our finances, our income, our jobs.
Fairies look after our income, really?
Yeah.
It's interesting. This is the first time I hear this. Tell me more, Maryanne.
Oh, yeah, like the pot at the end of the rainbow. That's all elemental stuff. That's the elemental realm. That's the fairies.
Interesting.
Fairies are very powerful manifestors. And I'm part of the fairy realm.
What does part of the fairy realm mean to the people who don't understand?
Yeah, I guess that almost comes back to that question about incarnated angels. Doreen has a theory, and she's written some books on that if certain body types and people and folks, depending on their personality, body types, their likes and dislikes, lifestyle, we can kind of be we can pick up a realm. We can, like me, I'm definitely fairy. I'm a little angel, and I'm Mer. I've got to live near the ocean. So they're kind of aspects, personality traits and aspects. And she's written a couple of books, and Yeah, so the fairy realm will help you with looking for a new home and finances, because that's all part of the material, the material world.
So how can we work with the angels to improve our finances and move to a gorgeous house?
Okay, pick up rubbish. Do things for the environment, and the fairies are really happy to look after you. And remember, you can ask for signs. So
Maryanne, what do you mean by the fairy will look after you? How would they look after us? Like help us manifest what we want?
Yeah, fairies are really powerful manifestors, and a fairy personality can often be someone who goes from they'll either feast or famine. They'll either have a lot of money, or then they're like stony broke. And fairies, especially the leprechaun realm, they're natural comedians. They're natural and singers, dancers, actresses, mainly from the fairy realm. They're natural entertainers. And conjurers, magicians. They would all be people that would belong to the fairy realm. So if we look after the environment, which is becoming more and more essential, the fairies will look after us. They'll do favors for us. It's like opening up the telephone line.
It's really interesting, Mary. In the past, when I was really obsessed with this study, I read a lot of Doreen books as well, and I would give like honey, and I'll put milk in the environment, and my crystals that I felt like it's no longer serving me, I give it back to the environment, and then my neighbor kind of like picked it up. She's like, what the hell are you doing, right? Like, why are you giving such pretty crystals to the environment? And then she took it all. So at first I was like a little bit not happy, like I give it to the environment, why are you picking it up? But then I was like, but then again, I guess the crystals called out to her, so they are in a better home right now. Well, I've given it away, so the crystals can then choose where they want to go. So it was my ego sort of like, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's another story. But I remember I used to give like honey, milk, because I was reading it somewhere that they actually love it. So yeah. Maybe I should start doing it again. Maybe you came into my life for a reason, to remind me to connect. Because my house outside, it's all greeneries. We have natural chickens, we have squirrels, we have like the whole entire ecosystem out there. So, and I always choose to live in an environment where there is greenery, like trees. Even though I'm not a very nature person, but I like to be around like nature. So maybe that's why I need to connect. Maybe that's why. Yeah. I would definitely do that again.
Yeah, well, that's a really nice reminder for me, because I haven't done that for a while myself. And Elise, I was going to say, there's no accidents. Your neighbour, or those crystals, wanted to go and help your neighbour. And so you were a lovely channel for that.
But at the time, I had ego, so it was really interesting.
Ego is the one thing that will interrupt angel communication, or any communication, really, even human to human, if the ego gets in there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, I used to be so obsessed with angels, and then I went on to my own, like, the entrepreneurial journey, the real world entrepreneur journey, right? And then I kind of like banished angels right at the end. Like, I kind of like now diminish. Yeah, I don't need them anymore. I could just talk to God. Like, so I admit I have once upon a time, like actually quite recent to be honest, became a little bit conceited, and I think it's all the angels. Oh, the angels are not real right now, blah blah blah. So yeah, the ego is really interesting, but I used to be so obsessed with them.
I believe you. And I was going to say, Elise, that we can all ask for signs. So don't take my word for anything. You can ask for a sign. And you could specify a sign if you really want to get sassy, or they'll send you a sign that means something only you would know about, or a deceased loved one will send you a sign, and only you know the importance of it.
Yeah.
So if you're asking a question, is this the right job for me? and you've done the quiet meditation, you can also go out and look for a sign or ask for a sign in the physical universe.
You know, Maryanne, it's so funny. You know, when I was doing past life regression, and towards the end, they would say, you know, ask for a sign from your spirit guide that they're nearby, right? And then I would say, I want to see a rainbow. And they're like, no, we're not giving you a rainbow. We're giving you a dove, a white dove. So, and I do see white birds, right, in the representation. No, I'm not sure if it's dove or birds. I think they just said white birds. And, you know, it's so amazing. Like on days where you just forget. I remember when on the days when I was really, really down, you don't remember angels. You just so focus on your work. And then out of the corner of your eye, you just see one bird, one white bird just fly by. And you're like, yes, thank you for the sign. It's just so amazing.
Beautiful, Elise. Because even busy entrepreneurs, again, we're all spirit having a human experience. Mm-hmm. So we must acknowledge the spiritual side of ourselves. And I think that's part of a successful business as well. Mm-hmm. There's got to be I believe, if not the whole thing, it's really got to be in alignment. And certainly that's what I've been finding. And coming into being successful in business and also having it align with my own personal values. Mm-hmm. I'm not there yet. And I really thank you for this opportunity.
You're so welcome. So where can people find your work, Maryanne?
Probably Facebook is probably the easiest.
Yeah.
Angels for Healing on Facebook.
Is that a page?
Yes. It's Angels 4 and Healing.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. And just quickly, I also make jewelry. Mm. And these are some of my mermaid designs. So I've got another page for them that's Angel Accessories. But if you go to my personal page, you'll see the other links.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maryanne, for your time. Before you leave,
Thank you, Elise.
Before you leave, is there any final blessing words of blessings for us?
Okay, I'm getting some words straight away. Know that you are all divinely guided. Whether you believe in angels or God or universe or the source, because you have your own divine spark. Never doubt it. Trust and follow your guidance according to your own values. So I think the sentence there was just trust that you're all divinely guided. Mm-hmm. and you can find your own and make some time. Yeah, make some time to sit with your angels and ask them. And if you haven't discovered them yet, try that out. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen, right? You see an angel.
Exactly, or a white bird, just when you thought, even that can lift you up and change your vibration and set you off in a better direction.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Maryanne, for this beautiful session. We got a reading, we got a channel message, we got to see her lovely, her lovely mermaid accessories, and we spoke about the fairies and the leprechauns. Wow, yeah, this is like a fairy tale Cinderella story. Oh my God, like a Snow White. So thank you so much, Maryanne, and thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed this interview as much as I have. As much as I have. So I look forward to seeing you again. If you want to connect with Maryanne, you can also join our spiritual community group, the Spiritual Entrepreneurs, where we're hosting more than 17,000 members there. Go look for Maryanne, and I'm dang sure she will be happy to engage with the conversation with you. So go ahead and find us there. All right, so thank you so much for your time, and see you soon. Bye.
Thanks, Elise. Bye.